All right, there we go. 6:45, call the planning committee meeting to order. Let's see, first item, petitions by citizens on non-agenda items. None? Okay. Number 2, exterior building materials for 106 North Market Street, with the studio. Want to go ahead and get started? It's your studio, correct?
It is mine, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I took some pictures today to get a baseline. Everyone's drove past it a million times, but we'll just scroll through it. What's being presented is a vinyl siding, like it is here, except for this gable would be proposed as a vinyl shake instead of horizontal siding. So we kind of scroll through. And I believe the commercial technically is the 1-story and the 2-story is rental, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's what I remember from inspections.
My goal is to grow the art center that's in the front part of the commercial to be able to take up the whole first floor and then grow out of the building eventually. But for right now in stages, stage 1 is to get the studio open in the front part of the building, having the rentals supporting the building.
Okay.
I thought it'd be appropriate just to take a quick view around. We'll do a quick circle around here so you can see what. Now, obviously, the jabot has been updated. We got the garage, it's the same.
The garage is a different business now, too.
It is, yep. And
So when the ask here is for a variance to use siding, to replace siding with siding when siding is no longer code.
correct.
So you're aware that siding is not code.
Yes, I am aware of it.
Okay. And is there a reason why you weren't proceeding with code?
Cost prohibitive and sustainability.
Okay. Vinyl siding is less stable,
It
less
is actually
friendly,
more
or
sustainable.
more sustainable?
It's 40% lower than fiber cement. Fiber cement, the climate impact is 40% lower than fiber cement and 83% lower than brick and mortar.
Okay. So and then you'll have can you go to a side shot?
On the north side?
Either side, just there you go. So up into the door that we see, everything north, everything forward of that is going to be the business, correct?
Everything forward of that will be the business, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
In the back, one of the reasons I'm doing the full vinyl around the entire thing, when I start to tear off, there is some asbestos in the back portion of the building that I will have abated and removed appropriately, and then we'll repair and recover it with the vinyl.
Okay. And so the other thing is that these grants are business only, so would not apply to the residential portion of the building. Is that correct? Or
For the beautification?
Beautification. That's separate next meeting, but this is for the whole building. The vinyl
I think it applies.
Yeah, we all. Well, no, I'm saying we have. What happens in this meeting applies to the next meeting.
Right.
Correct.
But the material, since it's all one building, I would, it's up to the beautification committee. But I would-
Well, she's also hoping to use the lower half of that building for
it's all one.
business,
all
right?
I would like to,
Eventually.
yes.
Right.
Eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
It is, sustainability aside, I think taking a look at what we have as far as code is there for a reason, because we want to try to keep everything looking as uniform as possible and as nice as possible. We see what has happened to the vinyl on this building after a number of years where it needs to be replaced. That building, I was very excited when I see this. I'm very excited for this opportunity for the city. However, I think what this committee will talk about is giving that variance for the vinyl siding. And having such a prominent spot in downtown, I personally would like to see it kind of comply with our code that we have.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think if if it is not going to be vinyl, then we're probably looking at pricing the project out of feasibility, which means vacancy or raising the building.
Right.
So then it would be a vacant lot downtown.
Okay. But we are, so you're aware that these funds would be $75,000 up to $15,000 that could be used for this. And then are you aware of the Monroe County Economic Development grant
The zone,
zone?
No.
enterprise zone. Basically, any building materials you don't pay taxes on. That's essentially what it is, right?
Correct. You don't pay taxes on your building materials, so that could help with the feasibility of it as well.
I have a number of other repairs that have to go into the building besides just the exterior improvements.
And that applies to the economic development zone too.
Which is great, and it also impacts the cost of the building.
Right.
So there is electrical work that has to be done, there is foundation work that has to be done, as well as the cement that is a part of the beautification proposal as well, in order to help try to bring it up to ADA compliance as much as possible.
Any other questions from the committee?
Can you scroll that back to that, when you turned it?
Which way do you want to turn?
I want to go across the street. Okay. I was just looking at his.
It's the same.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I think the appearance of that building is not different, is
No.
I don't think it
It's the
is.
same.
It's the
I think
same.
it's the same.
Same.
It's a different signs because it's different business,
Okay.
but it looks the same. I mean, the siding's in good enough shape on that one, whereas this particular building's the siding has
Right.
seen better days. I mean, to me, if she replaces, except when matching existing materials, material used for construction or remodel exterior walls comply with the provisions of this section of the following code, and then it lists all of the acceptable items. That's listed for like replacement, unless I'm reading that wrong. So
Vinyl for vinyl?
I mean, except when matching existing materials, she's matching vinyl is what I'm. So to me, I would be fine with the vinyl, but I don't know if I could get on board with the beautification funds for it.
Yeah.
Because you're not meeting the intent of the code, even though you're matching existing. So I'd probably be a yes in this committee and then a no in the next committee.
I was going to say, Nathan, so reading this, if you're replacing everything on the building, if you're taking everything off and putting it back up, is that considered matching or is that considered replacing?
I consider that remodeling. And how I read this, and I could be wrong, and we can read this a few different ways. Matching existing materials is when you have a hailstorm where a car runs into the building, you got to replace the siding. You can match it, and you don't have to upgrade.
That's the way I would
But
interpret that as well.
because it says in here construction or remodeling
Right.
of exterior walls, I don't know how to remodel exterior walls more than what they would be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion.
Except when matching existing materials.
Yeah. I would look at it as if one side was, hey, this is the worst side, we're replacing this with white vinyl siding on this side only. That would be matching, but that's not their goal here. It's a total, it's a replacement.
So would it matter if instead of on this rendering it was white instead of light blue?
That's true. See, they're going down that path. I don't know.
I just hate to see
Replacing the whole
yourself.
thing.
And the color on the rendering is just a sample. I have not
Yeah.
decided on the color yet because I haven't seen the samples from
I'd
the-
personally rather see it blue than white, but
Sure.
I hate to see it though be, if we went brick, then it'd be out of budget and then just that building just sit there and deteriorate.
I've gone down the path of completely raising it and rebuilding to do a mixed use similar to what they proposed for the Honey's property. And it goes back to the parking issues, right? You're talking about the finances in order to get it to be equitable for the funding from the bank to get it there. And then with the lot size, then I have parking issues. I spoke with the property owners next door. I did speak with him. And unfortunately, he's not willing to do anything. He's waiting until he passes it on. So
I don't believe it's either this or tear the building down. I don't think tearing the building down is an excuse or something to not follow the rules.
I appreciate that. It's just a matter of funding and what I can and can't
And that,
do.
we totally
Yeah.
understand that.
And that's where this facade grant and the economic development funds come into play, where that's helping
match,
support.
to bridge the gap there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
helping support as much as
absolutely.
possible.
If it were just the exterior of the building, I wouldn't have any concerns with it, and I'd be agreeing.
Yeah.
I mean, I could even get on board for full vinyl replacement, because to me that meets the intent of the code, even if it is a different color. But maybe doing something to dress up the front and maybe the south elevation, the two elevations that are most visible. Obviously, you can see it from here on the north side.
Yeah, I would love to do a mural and do an art piece down the side of the building. That is a goal within the first year to be able to do that, to make the vinyl not as and to make the big block.
I'm gonna
not
paint
stand out.
vinyl.
You can
Yeah.
do vinyl on vinyl. You can actually do vinyl stickers on vinyl. You can also do acrylic paint on vinyl with a nice coating on top of it. So there are possibilities for it. I've looked at it. I also thought about doing a living wall on that side. So we could do a structure that had a lot of plants and materials. Part of the beautification committee, a proposal that I have is the front. We have to make it somewhat accessible. Part of that will be putting a concrete cement on the front to make it with a nice railing so that it starts to pretty up the front of it. I want to update the shutters on it. I also want to make sure there's lots of gardens and planting going on around the building. All of those things, which I would come back to the beautification committee for some of that, what would be appropriate,
Right.
but I have to focus on the fundamentals.
I mean, ADA ramps, we've certainly given money for that.
Yeah. And I agree too. If we're going to do something, siding around part of it, the backside, but that front with the Adorable Beast, and you mentioned the Ani's property, those are adhering to code on the front, and they wrap to the side. Then they're
Just a
going to
little
an
bit.
alternate material,
Right.
which we've approved, and I feel that's fair. So I'd ask for that.
Is there any good alternatives to just vinyl siding that would work?
Not that she's willing to do.
I haven't seen any that are priced within the budget. I have to keep the budget within a certain amount or else it goes, the funding's completely out. And right now, the costs of the vinyl have already gone up and are pushing the budget about $25,000 over where they should be.
Any other questions?
Got anything on this map?
Matt?
It's not award technically.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think I'm with you, Gary. I think there's an exciting opportunity. This is a building, appreciate that you're willing to put something in here, but, and we, I've been, I think, sympathetic in allowing some things, but just a whole entire wrap of vinyl right here, I don't know, I think that might be a bridge too far for me.
I'm where we set a precedent for the next building.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Any other discussion? Comments? Tina, anything else?
What if she did, if we could get some kind of different material on the front and then just vinyl on the sides and back?
That's what I was saying.
Joel
Yeah.
said that.
Do something on the front,
Yeah.
maybe do a skirt on the south elevation just to break up the big lighter blue vinyl. I think would be
that would be
appropriate.
Could you look
Even
into
though
it?
she's
I know,
yelling.
I understand, I totally understand. I mean,
I did have some pricing for that, but it wasn't.
was it feasible?
Right, and that's
The square footage on the front is 5 to 10% compared to the rest of the building.
I understand. It's almost more of the principle of it than
but it's still somewhat adhering if we have the front.
Right.
I just hate to see it sit empty.
Sure.
Arts and culture contributes 1.2 trillion to the U.S. GDP. Local driver of commerce attendees to nonprofit arts center events spend an average of $38.46 per person per event beyond the cost of admission. So, leaving that on the table.
we don't have anything
For the
like
principal.
this either.
No, I just motion to approve or a motion to table?
So,
Guys,
I mean, she's looking for approval for replacing like for like on her building. That's what she's looking for in this committee meeting. So I will make that motion to approve like for like vinyl replacement.
we have a first.
I'll second Joel.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Opposed, same sign. Nay. 3-2.